Hope you guys all doing well. Let's have a look at BigBear, BBAI. So last time, I did talk about this one a few times actually. So let's go take a look. So since March 2024, or it had this initial pop, and then we talked about this one, pretty much saying that they're diluting, maybe it'll go back down. And then very recently, twice looks like I covered at 26th of December and 3rd of January. So this one was pretty, if you can go back, watch this one as well. BBAI, can it break out of this and push towards $8? So, and I also gave you the example of all previous moves where this stock had, what's going on? Let me just remove this watch list and then you guys can see better. Initial move, 2022 or 2021, something right there. We have a push from around these levels of 4 5 all the way to 16, comes as low as 58 cents, okay, per share. And then in the beginning of 2023, again 2022, we had a bear market, an overall market, and anything and any company that didn't have any revenue that just got smoked. So, and then we have this pop AI, and then comes right back down, spends a lot of time. This is what I was talking, $1.50. And then this was pump as well right here in the beginning of 2024, and then goes right back down. But the only difference from those moments, the volume. This time around, it is trading with significantly more volume. I don't know why, but it is trading with a lot more volume. And it's not, so if it was a fake out, it probably would have gone down like this, straight down, and it would have chopped around. But it did find some sort of a support right here, and it started making these higher lows. This is the support line I would be watching now for this name, and I'm watching it. Last time I mentioned this one, but at the same time, at these levels of 450, stock started struggling. Basically, it couldn't just stay up there. So these candles, if you're familiar with candlestick patterns, this is not as bearish as it gets, but this is bearish candle. Okay, this is bearish candle. This one is a very strong bearish candle right here. Okay, so will it find a support here, or is it going to be fading, chopping around at these levels, and then below tree goes to 250 and then goes right back down to $1.50? It all depends what overall AI theme is going to do. Okay, so I don't trade this name. This is just too cheap for me to trade this name. Very small cap and very large outstanding shares for me to consider. I was trading SoundHound, which did exactly the same. So since I trade options, it was a bit more attractive to do so, to go short this name with puts, and I covered it right there when held it for 2 days, and it pretty much paid pretty good on this one. So yeah, SoundHound is pulling back, BBAI is pulling back. It could have all started with the leader, NVIDIA, right? And it's so stupid to compare it with it, but again, this is the big deal for the AI. BBAI, look at the NVIDIA. Sell the news after SES 2025 event, which is still ongoing. It's going to end tomorrow. It had a very, very large move down, and then yesterday it had a pretty good big move down too. And all the AI names started coming down too. So small caps, quantum names started coming down too. So if you're somebody who's watching, this is the support, okay? I mean, this is the trend I would watch. I'm watching any support or resistance break at any moment. But so far, is it going to be line of defense? We shall see tomorrow. But 50-day moving average, if it stays above this level, it might still mean that this is in overall in an uptrend. But it's going to be very hard in general if small caps do not catch a bid for these names to be attractive. Okay, so this is another line of defense right there, $2.69. And last time we went to the insider sales, BBAI, where I showed you guys this chart where, yeah, insiders were dumping, and even in January they were selling a little bit. But look at this. This stock is market capitalization, what is it? Less than 1 billion at this price. How much is it? $831 million at this price. Okay. Float 200 outstanding shares, 250 million. And also look at the insider sales in December alone. They dump 200 million worth of shares. $200 million worth of shares dumped by insiders alone. And in 2025, I'm not seeing much. But again, this is a telling sign in general to be cautious if you are just trading these blindly, or if you are considering these not unprofitable small cap names. Very, very first thing you should get familiar with going to SEC and reading filings when it comes to the small caps. Small caps move all over the place all the time. So I come here very, very often to check if there's any share sales, or if there's going to be any offerings and all that stuff. So SEC, you got to keep an eye. If you want to be self-sufficient, you don't need anybody's help in this one. You just keep an eye on volume, keep an eye on option activity. Another thing I almost forgot to mention is option activity. So there's not much of there's a little bit of a in the money, 26,000 calls. In general, there's significantly more calls being traded. Yes, open interest. But if you take a look at the puts, there's significantly more in the money puts versus in the money calls up until March, which could mean that, and you can see the max pain for January, February, and March. So $3, $4.50, $3.50. So ultra short term, by looking at these, I mean, I can say that maybe there were a lot of outside in the money calls were sold, and there were a lot of in the money calls right now as well sold too for this expiration, which stock price is $3 and something. What is it? Stock price $3.30, and that $3 is max pain. So if come next big expiration, which is January 17th, if stock is going to close at this $3 level, we can click on this one and see all of these calls that were, I'm assuming, were sells, are going to expire worthless. Look at the volume on those. 5 strike, $5.50, $6, $7, $8, $10, even $12 has a lot of open interest. Crazy. So that's what I'm watching for BBAI. This is all you need to know in general if you're trading. Option activity, volume of the stock, basic support resistance levels, what insiders are doing, and what's happening with overall with the financial situation right here in SEC. You can read through, and I don't know if they have any shelf offerings as of now or as of late, where maybe they are slowly selling. I don't know. I didn't go through this, but it is something you should do homework, due diligence regarding any small cap that you are trading. So I was giving an example last time saying, is it gonna be this third time as a charm? After first time trapping a lot of people and spending almost more than a year trapping you, and then coming right back to these levels, and then, well, if you were holding it throughout this time, you probably broke even. And then if you were somebody who got sucked in at these levels and then it dumped again, you had to be back holder for about another 7-8 months just to break even again. And then it brings another new round of people, maybe right here it did brought, where a lot of people could have gotten trapped. So now it needs a very, very strong catalyst to fight through these people that are sitting at these prices now. So this is very simple supply demand. So to get through this supply now, you need a very strong catalyst for it to bounce, break out of this, clear this 5. Anybody who is holding this name and wishing to exit at these levels could exit, and then new round of people. I mean, I like to trade breakouts. It didn't look like a clean breakout, so I never bothered it. So if it gets back above 5, sure, let's see what happens. I can set an alert. But so far, this is what I'm watching for Big Bear. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. These videos are purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. Take care. Peace.